Recorded live at Vauxhall Comedy Club, this is the Ding Dong Gong Show.
Ding Dong Gong Show. Give us a cheer if you think you know what's going to happen tonight. Okay, there's been too many give us a cheers, I understand. Basically, the Ding Dong Gong Show is our strangest night at Vauxhall Comedy Club. What we've got in that little tunnel over there is a group of comedians. And I use the term comedians very loosely, because some of them are fucking shit, okay? Like, they're just mad people who came in off the street and need somewhere warm to be. Honest to God, we take no responsibility for anything they'll say when they're on stage. They're going to come up on stage and try and make you laugh for 5 minutes, okay? And that's difficult to do. And some of them will do it really well. There will be some brilliant comedians on tonight. And we'll crown a winner at the end of the show. And that winner will get a paid spot on one of our weekend shows. Thank you. We're getting into it. It's going to be okay. We need to decide what kind of audience you are and decide who's going to be the judges. You guys decide who gets to stay on or who doesn't, because they're going to try and make you laugh for 5 minutes. And if they're not making you laugh, we'll get some judges in the audience. This lady is just frightened that God is punishing us from upstairs. It's just a train. It'll happen every so often. It'll be all right. We'll talk to you first. What's your name? Kez. Everyone say hello, Kez. Wonderful. There was a strange little reaction to Kez's name there. Did you grab someone's leg when you heard the name Kez? You're scared you're going to be big? Kez, you're off the hook. What's your name? Sham? Okay. I mean, everyone else, can we try and get more towards her energy levels? And you, just fucking chill out a little bit, okay? We'll meet in the middle somewhere and we'll be okay, all right? Sham, who are you with this evening? May and Joey. And how do you... May and Joey. Did I get that right? Yeah. Why'd you say it twice?
After we said May, Joey, what May? Joey, May.
I don't care that much, Sham. No, do you guys care? No. There we go. I'm scared of you. How do you know May and Joey? School? What kind of... Secondary school? You're not still there, are you? That was an interesting noise from May. She went, no. You graduated from secondary school. What do you do now? From uni. Oh, wow. I fucking hate May. Did you say we smart or whatever? What did you study at uni? Oh, fuck, that is guys. I didn't think people who studied genetics said we smart. You know what I mean? And Joey, what did you study? Clinical psychology? Okay. Are you working in clinical psychology now? No? Okay, I was going to say, because if you were, you might meet some of your patients. Come up to the show. What do you do now after studying clinical psychology? You just do retail? But what's the dream? Manifest it. Hopefully you can have your own clinic. So you can practice this evening. Honestly, they're fucking nuts over there. It's gonna be wild. Would you like to be a judge, one of our judges for the evening? Okay, that is cool. And what did you do at uni, Sham? Journalism and media. And are you a journalist now?
No.
Okay, that's not surprising. You just graduated? Yeah. And what's the dream? What would be the dream publication to write for? You don't know? You laugh at the end of every sentence that you say because you're nervous. Okay, Sean. Well, round of applause for these three at the front over here. They seem nice, but you're too nice to be one of our judges. You seem mean. You seem quite ruthless. Would you like to be a judge for the evening? Do we think May could be a judge? Yeah. Wonderful. signal. So you'll give a signal when the acts are on if you think they're not making everybody laugh. And the signal that you give is you hold up a dildo into the air. There you go, man. Joey's like, fuck, I wish I'd been a judge. We'll meet the very high energy lady here. What's your name? Sarah. Everyone say hello, Sarah. Hello. And who are you here with this evening?
I'm with my friend from Nassau, Bahamas, visiting on a holiday, Cherise.
Are you a hype man in your spare time?
That was so much more information than what I asked for. I feel like I just got her dating profile.
I was waiting for a brup brup on the end of that.
And how do you guys know each other?
8 years. I lived in the Bahamas, and she's now here to visit me. So we're going to here to see what London's about. Hopefully you guys perform well, so she can go back and rep you guys.
You talk in such weird rhythms, man. Like, you say everything as if it's the best thing anyone's ever said. But it's mind-numbingly dull. Listen, that's fair enough. What do you do for a job?
Me, I'm in health and social care.
Health and social care. What kind of thing do you do? You look after people? What kind? Mental health, learning disabilities? Honestly, man, they'll be up here in a second.
I'm here.
If anyone has a seizure, I'm here. Let's keep it fucking light, Sarah, okay?
Do you talk about your patients like that as well? Like, over here, my girl with schizophrenia. Give it up for fucking Geraldine.
And Sarah, would you like to be a judge for the evening?
Do it.
Yeah, I think you're mad enough to be a judge for the evening. Okay. Do we think Sarah can be a judge for the evening? Yeah. We'll give you you'll get the one with the balls, because it seems like you've got balls, Sarah. There you go. Wonderful. Would anyone else like to be a judge? Oh, this guy would like to be a judge? What's your name, sir?
My name's Callum.
Karen? Yeah. Everyone say hello, Karen. Karen, where's the name Karen from? Turkish, very, very cool. And who are you with this evening, Karen?
I'm with
Kez?
Kez.
So Kez, Karen, you guys are together?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Karen's so proud of himself. He's like, man, I've crushed it. Cool. What brings you out this evening to the show?
It's actually his birthday next week.
Oh, that was an exciting sentence until you said next week. It's my birthday this week, so fuck you, Kez, is basically what I'm trying to say. When's your birthday? 28th, 26th, so it's now my birthday party, Kez, actually not yours. How old are you going to be, Kez? 24, I'm 26. I'm winning on all fronts here right now. That's exciting. How'd you guys meet?
Through a mutual friend.
Your mutual friend? And you've abandoned them entirely? He's at work at the moment. Otherwise he would be here. Are you guys like a throuple? What's going on? Karen, what do you do with your life?
I just finished uni, man.
You just finished uni? What did you study?
Graphic design.
Graphic design? Are you doing graphic design now?
Not yet, man. It's only been about a month, so...
Tony, that's okay. You can chill out. Kez, what do you do with your life?
Sorry?
What do you do with your life?
Oh, I'm a producer.
You're a producer. What kind of things do you produce? Listen, Sarah's impressed. I'm regretting choosing Sarah as a judge because she has to be quite harsh to these people, and everyone's just going to come up and she's going to be like, your class, okay? That's why we've got 4 judges and only 3 of them need to hold them up. That's interesting. Would either of you, Karam, you wanted to be the judge? Yeah! Round of applause for Karam, everybody! We'll give you a very special one, Karam. There you go. Wonderful. Would anyone else like to be the judge? We need one more judge for the first half. One more judge. We can't start the show until we have one more judge for the first half. I'll just pick somebody.
Sorry, he feels like I'm representing this role, but he's next to me. We can represent it together.
Do you guys know each other?
No, we don't, but we just know each other.
Yeah, don't put that in your mouth. We don't wash them. What's your name, sir?
Pedro.
All right.
She put way more sauce on it, you know.
Pedro. And who are you with this evening, Pedro?
I'm with Roman and with the four of them.
Roman and the four of them?
Yeah.
Well, you kind of spread the... Sarah, shut the fuck up. And how do you guys all know each other?
Yeah, three of us were together. Two blondes and
The...
two blondes.
Pedro, you're a creepy bastard. The two blondes and myself, okay? You're being descriptive. You were bragging, okay? And you seem like a little bit of a leader of this group. You spoke up and said how everybody knew each other. What's your name over here? Lydia. Everyone say hello, Lydia. Hello. Wonderful. And what do you do with your life? You work in advertising. That's a pretty cunty profession. Am I wrong? Sorry, what? I think you could be the judge. Pedro seems too nice and proud of himself. You're not nice. That's exactly what we need, Lydia. Sarah's gonna hold it up for absolutely fucking nobody. Lydia, do you think Lydia can be the judge for the first half? Yes. Wonderful. We've got a very, very special one for Lydia over here. Wonderful. There you go. Wonderful. It seems like a little bit of a mean show. It's not too mean. When each of the comedians come up, they'll have 1 minute to get a couple jokes out, introduce themselves, where you can't hold up your dongs. Can we see all the dongs just to see where they are? There's one over here, and then two over here in the booth. Can we see those? Wonderful. If one of our dong masters holds up their dong, you will hear this noise from over in the booth.
One dong.
We can't afford that sound effect yet. It's just a guy. And then 2 dongs, and then 3 dongs, and then I'll hit that gong, and you'll hear this sound effect.
Another one bites the dust.
Happy? Make sense? Wonderful. And then the comedian just has to stop talking, and then they'll get some feedback from our panel of professional comedians, which we'll bring to the stage now. They're both absolutely fantastic. They're some of the funniest people on the circuit. They come and do our pro weekend shows all the time. They're going to give a little bit of feedback, help our new comedians get better. Their names are Kazim Jamal and Red Richardson. Give it up for Kazim and Red, everybody!
Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
Wonderful. We're going to practice what happens if somebody's good. In the unlikely event that somebody's really good at telling jokes, okay, and they make it to 5 minutes, which is difficult to do. It's a tough prospect. You guys are weird. Especially Sarah. Sarah's so high energy, but also playing Candy Crush on her phone right now. What are you doing on your phone?
Take a picture with the D.
You were taking a picture with the D.
Taking a picture with the D.
Okay.
Okay.
Put it away.
I'm fucking terrified of her.
Want me to hold it up in front of the picture?
Yeah, hold it up if the comedians are bad.
Okay.
What are you doing? You're definitely sending that picture to people. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on Sarah for the rest of the show. Okay. We haven't spoken to you at all, actually, Sarah's friend. Well, is she always like this? I get that vibe. How did you guys meet? You were just wearing like a normal item of clothing, and she walked up like, that's class. You work in the same bar? Spar. Okay. That's way funnier. I imagine you working in a spar. Somebody comes up and they're like, can I get this? And you're like, double decker, brah.
No, I used to be front of house, so, you know, she used to be the
Front of house at a spa, not a spar.
I thought she said spar too, to be fair.
Okay,
Which is like,
spa.
front of house is the nicest way I've ever heard someone describe a tills person. Yeah.
A spa. Wow, you must give the most enthusiastic hand jobs ever.
I can't imagine going to a place to relax and you're the first person I meet.
Are you ready for this massage? Listen, we're gonna practice. All the comedians are gonna try and do 5 minutes, right? And if one of them makes it to 5 minutes, we need to absolutely lose our shit because they're one of our finalists for the evening. Can we have a practice losing our shit without any sound effects on the count of three? Just completely clapping, standing ovation, losing your shit. 1, 2, 3, lose your shit. That was pretty good. I'm gonna call that an 8 out of 10. We're gonna do a practice with the sound effect that happens when they get to 5 minutes, and then you're gonna completely lose your shit. Are we ready to completely lose our shit? Hit the sound effect. That was the wrong
Sorry,
one.
I'm high as fuck.
All I do is win.
Lose your shit, everybody! Wonderful. We'll chat to our judges for a little bit. Red, what are you looking to see this evening?
Some good jokes.
That's so unlikely, man. Kaz, what are you looking to see?
Couple careers end tonight, yeah.
I think the word careers is real generous
Yeah,
about
a little bit, yeah.
what's going on in the tunnel over there. But listen, it's going to be a fun show.
The minute as well.
Oh yeah, 1 minute. Like we said, they've got a minute to get the jokes out. After a minute, you'll hear this noise over here. After you hear the ding, you can dong. So dong masters, wait until the ding. If they're really shit, hold up your dong. If you think the dong masters aren't being harsh enough, don't just start chatting amongst yourselves or heckling. Just shout dong. Can we get a collective dong? Dong! Wonderful. That's all you need to shout if the comedian isn't making you laugh, isn't entertaining you. Do we all understand the show? Yeah! Wonderful. Are we ready to get our first act on for the evening? Yes! Wonderful. Your first act is called Callum McKenzie. On the count of three, take the roof off. 1, 2, 3. Give it up for Callum,
You are too kind. It is incredibly exciting to be here. I get genuinely quite excited whenever I'm in London because I live in just the opposite part of the country. I'm from like a tiny little village in Sussex, like very rural, very traditional, very old-fashioned England, like the kind of place where left-handed people still have to wear bells, you know? It's marvelous. Our one historical accomplishment, though, is we invented dressage, which I think just remains the cutest solution to having a small population. Just, oh, well, all the girls around here are my cousins. Guess I'll dance with this horse. See how that goes? It's adorable. It's scary, though. It does affect you growing up somewhere that English, like a place where curry just means adding paprika to baked beans. Like, as a grown-up, I found my body's instinctive reaction to danger isn't fight or flight. It's like to become more of a gentleman. The first time I ever got offered drugs on the street, I was in London, and this man yanked me into an alley and went, "Oi, kid, you want some sniff?" And before I could register what had happened, my body just went, "No, thank you. We had a very big breakfast," and marched on. It was glorious. I only just moved back to Sussex, though. I spent the last year living in New York, which is a phenomenal culture change, moving to New York from a village where sex is only used for curing hiccups. And I don't know if anyone's been out to the States and agrees with this, but my favorite part of America, by a long way, is how good America is at liking America. It's phenomenal, because, like, pride is normal there. Like, you're not considered weird if you own a flag, or an American banner, or shave freedom into the back of a dog. Like, we do not have that in this country. Owning a flag in England is a way of telling the world, I will never try hummus! A really big part of being British, I think, is being, like, too embarrassed to experience pride. Like, you know, the Telegraph ran a poll to name the most traditional British dish. What did we say? Porridge. The food that answers the question, what if bread died? Like, you need to be jealous of that American confidence, you know? Because it means they actually feel they deserve nice things. Like, America's national animal
1 dong.
is an eagle.
2 dongs.
This big, powerful predator. In England, ours is a bulldog. The only dog that doesn't know what sound a dog makes. Just, can you give me a woof? Who made
3
you?
dogs.
One more time for Callum, everybody.
Another one bites the dust.
Callum, you made it to a generous 2 minutes 34. A man over there who's definitely going to be a judge in the second half. Very generous. That's so sad. I thought I was being mean, but you topped it. How long have you been doing stand-up, Callum?
I started properly like September, October time.
September, October, only like under 6 months?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive, guys.
Good work.
You did well. Are you an actor?
No.
You've got a lot of energy. You're good at like you've got a good
Thank
kind
you.
of stage presence for only 6 months in, and some of the lines were good. I think it just needs to be tightened up a little
Okay.
bit. Would be my only advice. And did you do comedy out in New York when you were there?
Yeah, I got back 2 weeks ago, so I've been doing it probably here like 2 weeks, and New York is my one real experience of it. Thank you.
Fucking. Yeah, it's. Oh,
Trying hard.
I'm so scared of you, Sarah. Red, any thoughts?
I thought it was good. I thought you didn't get phased when the dongs came, which was good.
Thank you.
Kept going. Have you thought about getting a face tattoo?
Not yet. What was the?
I reckon it would work. Because everyone would go, he doesn't sound like he should have one, but he does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just like, fuck you on your forehead or something like that. That's my career advice.
No, it shows commitment. I like that.
Yeah, well done, mate. No, the 6 months is that's very good. Very confident. I just didn't. I thought it wasn't black enough, to be honest with you. No, I was looking around the room at my brothers and sisters, and we disengaged pretty quickly. Listen, none of us know what the fuck dressage is. You know what I mean? But good confidence. You got really good confidence. You know.
Oh no! How much blacker would it be appropriate for me to go? Then?
Get the face tattoo. Get the face tattoo. Yeah.
Your whole face tattooed. Okay.
Go real Mike Tyson with it. Yeah.
I get you.
Listen, man, really difficult to go on first, especially when you're quite new. I think it was a good job. Just keep working at it. Keep
Thank
trying.
you.
One more time for Callum, everybody.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna.
We have some pre-signed up on the list, but we also have what we call the bucket of destiny, which is people who've just shown up today and put their name into this bucket. So they are extra meant up. Okay? Should we get a name out of the bucket of destiny? Let's do it. Let's see if we can get a real fucking case up here. Your first act from the bucket of destiny is called Pratik Bahel. Give it up for Pratik, everybody!
Betty, bam lamb, whoa, Black Betty, bam lamb, Black Betty had a child, bam lamb, the damn thing gone wild, bam lamb said a word.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is hello. So my name is Pratik Bahel, and I moved to this country in 2020 with the coronavirus. People have found a cure for the virus; they're still finding one for me. But it has been weird, a weird experience shifting to this country during the pandemic. One thing I think all of us have developed during the pandemic has been like a TikTok addiction. So you start off with one dog saying I love you, and then it's somebody doing backflips, then it's a motivational quotes, and 3 hours have passed by and you're continuously doing this. And basically, yeah, one thing, and you have all this unnecessary information in your head and you don't know what to do with it. One thing that I learned on TikTok is that this motion causes dopamine hits in people. I thought it was just this motion. Talking about this motion, like I'm a 90s girl, I grew up during the 90s. So basically, internet came during our age. And most, like how we got to know about sex was basically word of mouth. So my friend told me how you jerk off is basically you move your dick up and down, and after that, you feel really good. So I went back home to my bathroom with some magazines, and basically there are two ways in which you can move your dick up and down. This is for a 12-year-old. One is this and this, and the other is this and this. I went to the bathroom, and after that I got hard and I started doing jumping.
Ding dongs.
So after about 50 jumping jacks, I was soft. After about 300, I realized I will never become a father. So did
3 dongs.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
That was 1 minute 45. That was pretty mad, man.
Thank you.
I didn't know every word you said, I didn't know what the next word was going to be. Whereabouts are you from, man?
India.
India? That's mad because you're dressed like a racist.
I have no clue how to do it. Okay.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
This is my third attempt.
It's your third gig. That's pretty fucking good. That's pretty fucking good. Listen, man, I think that jumping jacks idea is funny. It just took 1 minute and 45 seconds to get there. There's something in there, but just like there's so little advice I can give you after only 3 gigs. Just keep doing it if you love it. Like watch really good people do it, and then just keep doing it. You'll get fucking good if you like it. Red.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been here 2 years and doing stuff. I bonjour's like the only non-English word I know. So it's great that you're doing stand-up after only being here for 2 years. So good work and good luck with the jerking off. I hope it works out for you. You have a wife, don't you? You came here with your wife?
No.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I have been jerking off.
Okay, and you managed to do it now?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Straight up.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay. We all start at different times. But good work.
Yeah, another big well done, man. The third attempt. It's good. Some good joke structure in there. Not good timing. It took a while. You know what I mean? And so do you know what pissed me off was how long you took to get to the stage. That took forever. And then I was like, oh, it's because he's got no legs. And then I put two and two together. It was the camo trousers. But
Okay.
keep going, man. Keep going. I didn't expect dick jokes to come from you. You know what I mean? Like, no, you look like a really nice guy, but you're a weirdo. But keep going, like the other said. Keep going, man. You'll get there.
Okay.
One more time for Pratik, everybody.
Oh, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
I think that was so much fun. I'm going to get another act from the Bucket of Destiny. Would you like another one from the bucket? Let's do another one from the bucket, see how we get on. Your next act from the Bucket of Destiny is called Pete Withers. Give it up for Pete, everybody!
How we doing, all right? Right, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, just a little bit. Normally, I start from the beginning, so I will start from the beginning. Now, my parents were blind. I am the product of 2 blind parents, okay? And as a kid, noticeable of that fact. What I mean by that is, if you'd have seen me in a playground, you'd have said, fuck me. That kid's definitely got 2 blind parents, right? Because my mum couldn't read washing instructions. There's photos of me at home that can only be described as a 4-year-old boy wearing a crop top and hot pants. Seriously. I'll tell you what it's like. Did anyone's mum ever cut their hair in here? Count yourself lucky. My blind mum cut my hair, okay? Always knew when I was going to get my hair cut because there'd be a chair in the kitchen, scissors on the side, and a first aid kit. Plasters, ball patches everywhere, okay? But we make light of this, yeah? We get into this situation, we make light of this situation. The reality of it is, there was an 80% chance I could have been blind myself. My parents were blind, yeah? Not through genetics, Feeding time. Here comes the aeroplane, Petey boy. Okay, but I'll tell you what else he's given me. It's given me a long-term memory.
Dong.
Because I can still remember being in my pushchair, playing chicken with a bus. Go left, Dad! Left! Because you had to speak from a very early age. It was a survival technique, okay? It was a survival technique. Yeah? But, what I will say, people will always say the same thing to you as well, yeah? They will say, could you read Braille, Pete? You know, with the dots in the books. I know what it is, yeah. No, I couldn't. I can see. But did anyone ever do this, right? You got a book, you tore the back page out of somebody's book just to piss them off. I used to do this to my dad. Just run the iron over it, just like that, you know? Run a bit flat towards the end, if you know what I mean. But, yeah, so also, they'd also say to me, you got up some mischief, you must have got up some mischief, two blind parents. Well, yeah, I mean, I played the occasional game. I mean, some of you might refer to it as theft, but it was a game. I used to steal my dad's artificial eyes. I did this is true, right? Not off the sideboard, I'd pop them straight out his fucking head while he was asleep. He'd be chasing me around the house in a blind rage, and eventually, he would level the playing field. He'd go to the fuse board and he'd plunge the fucking house into darkness, yeah? Have you ever had a bloke with no eyes in his head chasing you? It's quite a fucking thing. Long-term memory, that's what I'm talking about. But eventually, it made me a very honest person, if you like, because there are certain things you cannot lie to a blind guy about, okay? I'll give you a couple of examples at the swimming pool. Is this the male changing rooms, Pete? No. Yeah, it's the male changing rooms. He'd come out with knickers on his head, bras thrown at him from these terrified women. I thought it was a laugh. Another one. Is it all clear to dive, Pete? Yeah. To be honest, I never see that heavy petting couple, all right? Ruined that relationship completely. But once, I turned around to him and I said, Dad, how am I here? How am I here?
Dong.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
That was 3 minutes 45, pretty good. It's really cool your mum still cuts your hair. It's bad because the last guy was dressed like a racist and you sound like one. No man, how long have you been doing stand-up, Pete?
Since January.
Since January, so still like that's what, 4 or 5 months, something like that. That's pretty fucking impressive, 4 or 5 months. And your parents are blind.
Genuinely, yeah. I won't make that up.
That was good, but like that's such a brilliant angle to have. And once you figure out how to like tell all those, because I'm sure you've told like your mates those stories it's almost like you're trying to be a comedian, and obviously that's what you are doing, but it just feels a little bit like scripted and prepared, and like this is what the joke is, and this is where the joke is. Just tell it like you would tell your mates, because I'm sure you have them dying laughing about all that same stuff. But just relax, try and find more of your voice rather than what you think a comedian's supposed to sound like. Would be my advice apart from that. But I think if you can kind of harness, because everyone was so interested in that experience, because it's not something you hear about very often. It was like, I really want to hear about this. The jokes weren't great, but like everybody wanted to hear what happened next. But as soon as you get those jokes working and get them just flowing and a little bit more natural, I think you'll be fucking class. Really, really, really good.
Yeah, I agree. It's such an interesting thing, and there's some good bits. I just think you need more punchlines, and I'm sure you got loads of funny stories. You just tighten up and yeah.
I want to float an idea. Have you thought about being a character that is blind?
No.
No? I just think there might be something there. I don't know. You know what I mean? You know how to do it, obviously. You know, like, you know. And I'm sure like there's a couple sticks at home or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, that's not harsh, is it? You know what I mean? But guide dogs. Just you stole the eye, steal the dog. You know what I mean? Like it's all good. Yeah. Just keep. You started in January. You know what I mean? So you've come into it a little bit blind, but you know. I had to do it, you know, but I liked you. You look like someone that might call me a racist name on the train. So, you know, I salute you, sir. Thank you. No problem.
One more time for Pete Withers, everybody. Both blind. Do you think at the first dance at their wedding, it was just the blind leading the blind? Anyway. Go fuck yourselves. We'll go for one more act from the list, and then I think we'll have a little break. It's pretty warm. Your next act is called Indy Madre. Give it up for Indy, everybody.
Hey guys, so yeah, my name really is Indy. No stage name bullshit, because my parents were obviously piss-taking racists. They didn't like me much. They loved my brother. They called him Dave. Dave thinks he's gone up in the world since he opened up his chicken shop. He only answers to the name Boss Man now. So yeah, Dave's a successful dickhead. And you can tell from my dusky, exotic complexion, I know it's a dead giveaway, that I was born on the distant shores of Grimsby. Because them rubber dinkies, they never make it to the promised land. So yeah, I was born in Grimsby, the home of the mighty fish finger and the nation's favourite dish. No, sorry, rewind. The home of the nation's second favourite dish, fish and chips. Because that chicken tikka masala is still busting it up across the UK, guys. Thank you. Anyway, eventually we immigrated from grim old Grimsby to the promised land of Peckham. And let's just say, Peckham was not known for its cultural diversity back then. Whenever we walked down the road, if anybody ever shouted at anything racist, we'd just smile, wave and keep on walking. We didn't like to rock the boat back then, you know, just in case they tried to stick us back on it. Deport us back to Grimsby, or worse, Southall. But as I got older, I got braver. And whenever anybody shouted out, "Oi, Packy," I'd call back, "No, Indy," and smell the fish on that. Confuse the shit out of them, leave them thinking I was some sort of self-imposed racist. Anyway, answer that phone, bitch. Cause hear what, yeah? Growing up in Peckham, it was tough. And I'll tell you, going to school in Peckham was hard, especially when you've got twisted parents like mine. And I do not like to use the C word, but my mum and dad, they're a right pair of twisted Catholics. I mean, who would give their kid a Hindu name and send them off to convent school, for Christ's sake? Sorry, I meant for fuck's sake. Catholic school was savage. I mean, being the only fat Asian kid there, it felt like a 5-year prison stretch. Them nuns were brutal, hardcore, and you know, not one of them ever invited me to the rectory sleepover with the rest of the kids. And Father Francis, because they reckoned I wasn't Catholic enough. And you know, those my holy mother effers, for it was their divine duty to point out to me that I belonged at the temple or the mosque or Weight Watchers, you know. Rude. And then they said that if I wanted God's love and guidance, that I'd have to pray, and I'd have to pray hard. I thought, you know what, Indy? God loves a tryout. And God knows those cunts are trying it. So I prayed, yeah. Our Father, who art in Peckham, deliver us from evil nun's head. And you know what? God really does have a sense of humour, because God delivered me unto the London borough of Croydon. The home of Stormzy, the stab vest fast becoming our #1 fashion accessory, or was that the curfew tag? Anyway, if you're after some really good high-grade skunk, don't come to Croydon. And whenever I hear, "Yo, cash card, phone, now," I'm like, oh what, fam? Because that's how we clarify things in Croydon, yeah? And it's always the same old bullshit. What? Squash the beef, Nan? I was only going to order a quick little, cheeky little Nando's. Mummy lets me. Cash card phone, please. I said, shut up, bitch. I hate babysitting the grandkids. I said, listen. There is no beef in Nando's. Kids say. I inherited my daughter's skanky cat when she moved out. She goes, don't worry, Mum. Chica's a good indoor cat. You'll love it one day. Ugh, it's too much work, man. She refuses to
All I
shit
do
in
is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
I didn't finish.
Fucking great. Your first finalist of the evening, Indy Madre, everybody. Listen, that was great. I think it definitely got stronger the whole way through the set, which is difficult to do. There were some of those jokes I think would have been a stronger open, but you made it the whole way to 5 minutes, so there's not much you can say. And you've come and done, how many times have you done the Ding Dong Gong Show?
Second.
This is your second time. Didn't make it last time, but made it this time.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking good. Red.
Yeah, great. That was brilliant. Good. How long have you been going?
About 58 years.
Okay. Right.
I was going to tattoo fuck me on my head.
Yeah. It wouldn't suit you. No, it was great, I thought.
Yeah, no, really good. I think you were the first person to come up here and win the trust of the audience. Like, you told a few jokes and they loved them, and then they were like, fuck it, we're in for the whole 5 minutes on this, you know what I mean? So that's really, really good. You said you grew up in Peckham. Yeah. I think you robbed me once. Yeah. So I talked to you in the break, but I want my Sony Ericsson back.
Also, I loved it when you said answer the phone, bitch. That was great.
That was really fucking
Thank
good.
you.
One more time, your first finalist, Indy Madre, everybody. Wonderful. It's pretty hot in here. I think we should have a little 10-15 minute break. Grab a drink, grab a piss, whatever you need to do. Give it up for all the acts you saw in the first half, everybody. And please return the dildos to the desk. Please return all dildos to the desk. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back for the second half of the show, your host, Vittorio Angeloni!
Yes! So crazy right now. Most incredibly, it's your girl, B. It's your boy.
Hey, welcome back. Okay. It's so not a surprise you were the last one back from the bar. That is very on brand of you. Did everyone enjoy the first half? Yeah! Wonderful. Did everyone have a nice break? A little bit of air, all that stuff? All good? Wonderful. We're going to change up the Dong Masters for the second half. Would anyone like to be a Dong Master for the second half? Roman, would you like to be a Dong Master? It would be your pleasure. Well, let's get to know you a little bit. Roman, you're with this gaggle of people here. You're part of the group. What do you do with your life, Roman? You're in marketing. There's a lot of chit-chat coming from these ladies over here. I'll come to you in just a second. What kind of things do you market, Roman?
I market very boring things.
Very boring things? For large companies?
Yeah.
Any, can you give me anything, Roman?
I'm from Eastern Europe.
You're from Eastern Europe?
Yeah.
Good guy, bad guy, what's going on? The good one? You won Eurovision?
Well, I wish.
Where are you fucking from, Roman? We need everyone to know if you're like evil or what's... You're Belarusian? Yeah, no one has a fucking clue what that is, man. What are you... Are you guys like next after Ukraine or what's happening?
We're right next to it. We're in between Ukraine and Russia. Yeah.
There's a country in between Ukraine and Russia? You're talking shit, Roman.
It doesn't exist. No. It's sort of on the side of each. North of Ukraine,
Okay, instead of a geography lesson, let's just give you a dildo. Does that sound okay? Wonderful. Right, okay. Any preference of dildo, Roman? Okay, Roman. Any thoughts? There you go, Roman. Fair play. What's mad is that's now the only thing I know about Belarus. That you guys love big black dildos. Cool, round of applause for your first judge, Roman, everybody. Okay. Would anyone else like to be a judge for the second half? You're a very handsome man. Oh, you just needed me to compliment you for you to have that. What's your name, sir? Luke. Luke? Luke, you're very, very handsome. Who are you with this evening?
Sarah.
Sarah? Another one? You know you're a Z. You're a Z, mate, actually. You're a Z.
I'm a Z. That's an S. Yeah, I'm an S.
What's happening?
My brain hurts.
Fucking Zorro over here. Sarah, and are you guys together? Yeah. Congratulations, he's very handsome. He's very fucking. He's got boy band hair. Are you in a boy band, Luke?
I'm not, no.
You're not? What do you do with your life?
I'm a mosaic artist.
Luke, that's not a job. What do you... You just smash up tiles and make them look pretty. What? Would you have done any mosaics that we would have seen?
Maybe, but Vauxhall Park I've done one in the park.
It's mad. Your voice isn't the voice of a mosaic artist. I've done one in the park, mate. Like, what? That's mad. Luke, would you like to be a judge for the second half? As a fellow artist. Wonderful. I'm trying to think. These are probably the best one for smashing up tiles and stuff. So, can we pass that back to Luke? And we need to meet the chatty ladies in front of Luke. What's your name over here? Nadia. Very nice to meet you. Everyone say hello, Nadia. Wonderful. Who are you with this evening, Nadia? Your friend Eve? Neve. Sorry. Irish name? Irish person? You don't sound Irish, Neve. What? I love that. She was like, I'm Irish, and then to prove it, she was just racist. Like, it's pretty Irish. Your mum's Irish? Yeah. Your mum and dad? You got one of those East London accent. Cool. What do you do with your life, Neve? You're a teacher? What do you teach? Okay, not really. Whoa! Zara, that was so mean. It was like, teacher, you're like, whoa! And she's like, primary, and you were like, you make no sense ever, Zara. It's fucking mad. If one of the tech guys, if your phones are on beside the desk, it'll be that buzzing, by the way. Neve, and then Nadia, what do you do with your life? You work in marketing? Is it more interesting than fucking Roman over there? It's not? Who do you market for? A financial services company? Fuck. It's the most inappropriate. Between the two of you, would either of you like to be a judge for the second half? You'll be a judge for any preference of dildo? Okay. Wonderful. We need one more judge for the second half. Oh, I heard go on, Lucy. Although, actually, there was the man in the first half who, after the first act, said, that's generous.
It was this guy over here. I fucking know rightly. Put your hand up, you piece of shit.
Lucy, you're off the hook for a second. What's your name, sir? Earl. Earl? Very nice to meet you, Earl. Whereabouts are you from? I'm from Hackney. From Hackney, very, very cool. Who are you with this evening, Earl? Your missus? Fucking geezer. So missus, she don't have a name. Earl's missus, what's your name? Cynthia, very nice to meet you. How long have you guys been together? Couple years, mate. That's very hard. Earl doesn't know how long. It's basically what's happening. Earl, what do you do with yourself?
I'm a shopkeeper.
You're a shopkeeper? Not everything's impressive, okay? What? Earl, do you stock condoms?
Yeah, I do actually.
You just gained a customer? That's fucking... That's cool. What kind of shop is it apart from condoms? It's an off license? Just booze and condoms, straight up. That's class. Super. And Cynthia, what do you do with your life? You're a podiatrist. So a foot doctor. For whoever said, what's that? Interesting. You got some weird fetish or what's going on? Bring it to Tarantino movies, are you? Earl, would you like to be the dong master for the second half? Yeah, go on then. Go on. Earl strikes me as the guy that won't be comfortable holding a dildo. You gonna catch it, Earl? He's the little one. Here we go, Earl. There we go. Round of applause for Earl, everybody. Right. Remember how it all works. 1 minute before the dong masters can dong. Can we hold them all up so our tech guys can see where they all are? All in this section over here. Wonderful. 1 minute before you can dong, you hear the ding. Are we up for a good second half? Yeah! Wonderful. Your first act in the second half is called Matt Healy. On the count of 3, give it up for Matt. 1, 2, 3. Give it up for Matt.
Hello. We all alright? Yep. Yep. We got any erectionally dysfunctional people in the house? Sure? It's all right, mate. We're friends here. It's fine. It's okay. Because I am sometimes, every now and again. But I've got a little way to combat it, you know, just in case. I've just had a little. Just be careful, because you know, you might need to hear this. If you ever find someone that goes a bit droopy, what you got to do? I've had a little teardrop tattooed on my penis. Just at least it looks hard. I'll be honest, it don't work. It don't work. I'm still useless at sex. I'm really bad at sex. Watching me have sex is a bit like watching a learner driver get into a car for the first time. We're both just sort of like really overwhelmed at the task in front of us. Just like prodding at stuff, desperately hoping something's going to get turned on. I was with a girl once, I flicked something and her arm started going like this. But I got a few friends that
One dong.
I've got a few friends that are pretty good at sex though, not to brag or anything, and I was chatting to one of them the other day. She's pregnant, but she's struggling with a name for the baby. So I suggested, why don't you do as the Native Americans do and just name it after the first thing you see after giving birth, you know? They'd have like soaring eagle or sitting bull or howling wolf or something like that, you know? Little side note, who the fuck's giving birth next to a wolf? That's highly irresponsible. Especially a howling one, that's calling out to its mates, like, "Ooh, dinner's ready!"
2 dongs.
But no, my mate, she weren't too keen on this idea either, because this kid's being born in Romford, so if she looks out the window after giving birth, then it could end up being called something like Little Baby Smashed Bus Shelter or Little Baby Stolen Moped, you know? But I don't want to slag off Romford too much, you know, there's some nice bits, there's some shit bits. I'm from sort of like, just somewhere in the middle, but it still raised me to be the sort of person that just makes a mental note if I walk past a loose brick in the street. Just in case I need it, you know. Never know when it might come in handy. Fend off one of them aggressive park swans or something, you know. But it's nice to be able to perform. In
3 dongs.
Cheers, people.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the
That was Matt Healy, everybody. 2 minutes 25, which felt harsh. I thought you had some good jokes in there. I feel like when we changed the dongs over, we got a real group of cunts for the second half.
Earl fucking hated it. He was straight up with his dong. It was like an instant reaction.
I think Earl thought if he laughed, people would think he was bad at sex.
No.
Fucking not, mate, alright? Okay, chill out. Matt, how long have you been doing stand-up?
Since the start of the year.
Since the start of the year? Only 4 months? That's pretty fucking good, everybody. Similar again, man. You've got good presence. You've got good jokes. I thought you just got an unlucky bit of the night. I think
Why the cookie
your
crumbles?
premises are really good. I think just those points. I think like that. If you're naming a baby after the first thing you see, like I think just get there a little bit quicker. And I think there's funnier examples you can think of what you'd see in Romford and Smash
Yeah,
Bus
yeah,
Shelter.
yeah.
Just keep trying different
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
and trying different like. But there's funny. I think you're going to be great in a couple of years' time.
Cool.
So just keep working on it.
Yeah, I thought it was harsh. I was enjoying it. And you got rid of him. It was upsetting. No, I thought you were good. When you got the 2 second dong, you seemed to lose confidence,
Yeah,
which happens because they hated you for that. But I was enjoying it. I thought you got great jokes. Sorry about your dick.
It's all right, mate. Got used to it now.
Yeah. But no,
You're such a sad guy.
I know you're making me sad.
I don't have sex for it to be a problem, enough for it to be a problem, to be honest.
Hell, man.
You should get the Indian guy in the first half to wank you off.
It's Matt, your hair has erectile dysfunction as well.
Yeah, no, I thought it was good. You were wronged. You should be upset.
Never mind. Like Great Britain in the Eurovision Song Contest. So,
Oh, are you saying they're Ukraine?
yeah, don't want to throw shade at Ukraine, but
Okay.
Fuck them. No.
Yeah, like the other guys, I thought it was a bit harsh. You started off really strong, and like they were saying, I think you dipped a little bit when
it happens.
when the erect penises
More ways
came
than
out.
one.
Who? Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry.
So listen.
I want to know, do you actually have a toe on your penis? No. Okay, because that would be proper bad if you did, you know? Like, the joke was hilarious, but like, if I was a girl, I'd be like, his penis is crying. Because he can't
Or
get
it's killed
up,
someone.
You know? And did you say you're from Romford? Yeah, yeah. My girlfriend's from Romford, so I'm going to go back and see if like you're a legend round there for your penis. You know what I mean? If you're like... No, if there's like a rumour going around like there's a guy with a limp dick, like I just want to...
Not enough people have seen it.
Huh?
Not enough people have seen it.
Well, get it out right now then, you know what I mean?
Get it out. Get it.
Not happening.
No, you'll get counted. These days. Listen, I think you're going to be great. One more time for Matt Healy, everybody. Wonderful. I think another act from the bucket sounds like a good idea. Do you want an act from the bucket of destiny? Wonderful. We'll see who's in here. The next act from the bucket is, it just says Tony Oil. Give it up for Tony Oil, everybody.
I went to buy some cheese from a man named Gary. His prices are amazing, there was too much to carry. A dairy connoisseur, baby, I'm the biggest fan. I selected all the delectable fromage in his van. A baby bell barrel sitting sound at the back. Dairy lead dunkers hunkered down in a sack. Cheese strings swinging like an old man's dick. The laughing cow grinning, what a fat smug prick. Blue is the bomb, but it reeks through the store. The cheddar getting better every day that it matures. The French could potentially match his brie. The Dutch couldn't touch his incredible cheese. The feta could be better, but we're not in Greece. He shouldn't buy his goats from a bloke in Cheam. He milks it every morning, but as little he can do. The tea's not as sweet as it is in Corfu. He's even got a batch that he snagged from the moon. It's out of this world, hidden in the back room. He got it standing next to a big space rocket. Slipped 20 quid in Buzz Aldrin's pocket. A fondue flows like a river through the van. Bread boats float like we're back in Amsterdam. Vegans chase him on a celery canoe. They want to shut him down, there's nothing they can do. Cause Gary's propped up by the upper class elite, snorting powder in a powder off a toilet seat. Succumb to the one who has everything you need. It's Gary's Cheese Van on Camden High Street. Thank you. Oh, one dong.
One dong.
Someone's lactose intolerant in the audience. Yeah. Nah, he's a good. So yeah, like I said, that was hashtag ad. Obviously, it's Gary and his Chiefs fan. He's a good lad, Gary, though. He's going through a tough time. His wife recently left him for Mr. Tumnus from Narnia. Yeah. They say never meet your childhood hero. Never let your wife meet your childhood hero. Yeah. Oh yeah. Came home from work one day, caught them at it, fornicating. Yeah. She went ballistic. She said, Tumnus is only half man, but he's more of a man than you are. Harsh. He's only 4'7", but he's 3 inches bigger. Really harsh. Ooh. So she's shacked up with Tumnus, and poor old Gary just refers to her as the lion bitch in the wardrobe. Eh? Yeah. Oh, what's this? What have I got here? Who's this cheeky little sausage, eh? Who's this? Oh, yeah, you know this guy. The Kim Kardashian of his time, wasn't he? So, yeah, an influencer, no doubt. Sort of, revealing clothing at times, wasn't it? The old garments and robes. There's even topless pics of him online, if into that sort of thing. But, no, great man nonetheless. That's why I carry this with me. Mahatma Gandhi.
Two dogs.
I think, do you know what? I think I'll change things up. I'm going to do a poem. Seems like the next logical step. This poem is about, yeah, why not? This poem is about...
Three dogs.
Another one bites the dust.
I mean, I only thought Earl hated the last act, but Jesus Christ, did he hate that?
he let you finish the rap as well, and he was like, nope, cultural appropriation, see you later. Earl, what I've done is I've written your name down on a little bit of paper, and I'm going to fold it up, and I'm going to put it in the bucket. I wonder whose name's going to come out next. It'll be exciting. Tawny Oil. Why Tawny Oil?
Well, I think obviously everyone else just uses their name, and
yep.
I guess like it just seems kind of boring. Like, and what also like a big influence, for example, is the Mighty Boosh, and that kind of stands out by having like an actual name rather than just yeah.
Who has seen Noel Fielding stand up?
Yes.
Goes by Noel Fielding.
Yeah, he's not as good as when he's doing stuff with the Mighty Boosh though. So I kind of decided.
Neither are you. No man, that was tough. The rap, I think, bizarrely, like slow it down a little bit because I think there is funnier lines in there, but you're not giving it space. I think when you do like rap or music or stuff, you need to have space for people to like laugh if there's funny stuff in there. Because if you just keep going, everyone's like, oh, what the fuck, like the whole time. So like just space it out and have confidence to leave silences if they're gonna laugh. How long have you been doing whatever that was?
Since January.
Since January?
Yeah.
There's so many fucking new people. That's pretty impressive from January. Yeah, but it's good you're doing your own thing, trying to find a different fucking angle on the whole. It is good. Keep doing it, keep finding stuff. It'll be interesting.
It was very entertaining, in a way. And I really enjoyed it, but I don't know why. No, I like you got a nice presence, like a nice guy. I don't think you've ever assaulted anyone, which is a good thing, you know?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, so well done on that. The Gandhi joke made me as angry as Earl, actually. So I don't think you should ever even think that again, let alone do it. But you're good, you know. Do you rap normally?
No, not really.
So you just decided for comedy, I'm going to rap?
Well, I mean, I do music, but I don't rap. I mean, but, you know, I kind of grew up on, like, Rage Against the Machine and Chili Peppers and that sort of thing, so it's just kind of fun, you know.
Yeah.
Well
something different. Yeah.
for knowing 2 bands.
But it's a different act. You've only been going to January, so you know you might be the next. Stormzy, yeah.
Windy.
Blustery.
Breeze.
When you came up, right, I didn't know what to expect, and I wasn't expecting a rap, and so many things were going through my head when you was rapping, right? I weirdly liked it, yeah. But also halfway through, like just a thought just entered my mind, and in my head I just said, "Fuck Eminem," you know what I mean? For like making white guys think they can rap, you know what I mean? I didn't want it to enter my head, you know what I mean? Because I was enjoying it, but fuck Eminem at the same time, you know? But you were entertained. Fuck you, Luke. I wanted to hear that poem. I really wanted to hear that poem, man. But
I love the fucking Luke, the mosaic artist, was like, poetry, fuck off, okay?
But yeah, January. There's a lot of January starters. Was it a New Year's resolution?
I just did one gig before Christmas and it went alright, so I thought I'd carry on.
Oh, so December then.
No, December.
Yeah. And that was a sort of tryout to see if I would ever do it again, and then yeah, January is when I started.
Kind of like the last guy's sex life, you know what I mean? You tried it once, see if you do it again, you know what I mean?
Like, you're a lot of fun though. Honestly, I really enjoyed you.
You got good presence. You're a good performer. Keep doing weird stuff and keep finding.
Can you also DM me that poem later? I fucking really want to hear it, man.
Wait, do you want to do the poem?
Nah.
I want to hear it so bad.
Nah, I'm good, man. I got gonged off. I'm alright. I'll come back.
Fuck you, Luke, bro.
Go on, give it up for Tony Oil, everybody. I think we'll go to the bucket again. I wonder who it will be. Oh God, how do you pronounce this? Earl? Earl! Come on up, Earl! Come on, you can do it!
This is your moment.
This is your moment. This is it.
His palms are sweaty.
Put the dick down, Earl, and get up here.
Earl's message, do
Earl,
something quick.
Do it for Hackney.
Earl?
BLM.
I'm a judge, I'm not a comedian.
Bars.
A very harsh judge.
Okay, let's get a real mental person out of the bucket. Here we go. Next person out of the bucket is called Marcus BB. Give it up for Marcus, everybody!
Big pimpin', baby.
So the more observant amongst you in the audience tonight, you'll already be able to tell that I'm from one of potentially 40 different countries. I'm half British, half Malaysian. Yep, no fans of Malaysia in tonight. It's strange being Asian. A number of times in my life, people have tried to relate to me through my Asianness. A number of times in my life, people have come up to me and said, "Hey, you Asian?" And I'll say, "Yes." And they'll say, "Wow, because I went to Asia on my gap year." Now, I know these people do mean well, but heritage and a gap year, they are two very different things. For example, I don't go up to a homeless guy and say, "Hey, you homeless?" And the homeless guy says, "Yes." And I'll say, "Wow, because I went to Glastonbury. I slept in a sleeping bag and everything." Now, someone told me I shouldn't make that joke. They said it might come across as anti-white. I told them, you're wrong there on 2 counts. Firstly, audiences are clever enough to know that this is not anti-white sentiment. And secondly, ethnic minorities go on holiday too. So it's my mum that's Malaysian, but my dad, he is white. Like, really, really, really white. And when I think back to my childhood, when I was 5 and he was 50...
Wandong.
Indeed. and we walk through the shopping centre, holding hands. I find it astounding no one ever called the police. Now, I could be real trouble when I was a kid. Typical weekend for Mini Marcus would be a packet of Skittles and 6 and bongos, geezer. And in my manic, sugared up state, I break free from my dad's hand and I try and run away. And I don't know if you've ever seen a white man chase a little Asian kid before. I don't know, have you? No, of course you haven't. And I haven't seen a white man chase a little Asian kid either. But on multiple occasions, Vauxhall, I lived it. So my dad, he'd have to chase me, and he caught me. He always caught me. And in the commotion, I'd scream out obscenities. I'd scream obscenities like, "You're not my dad! Who are you?" Which was a lie, but the people in the shopping centre, they were not to know this. No one ever called the police, but I do like to think there is a 50-year-old that works in Canary Wharf, makes a lot of money, lives a really good life. But every once or twice a month on the DLR will get triggered and think to himself, was I complicit in child trafficking? But this story does have a happy, uplifting ending. My tolerance to sugar, it grew a lot stronger. And these days when me and my dad walk together, we still don't look like father and son, but more like work colleagues with super similar teeth. Now, speaking of dads, and this only applies to the section of the audience who are not bastards.
Two dongs.
Indeed. Is anyone mates with their dad? Are you mates with your dad? No, he's probably not your dad. No, I love my dad, but we're just not mates. We were flatmates for a bit. And now and again I'll go into the kitchen to cook something like pasta or crisps or tobacco. And he'd be in there. And he's my dad, and I'm his son. So we both know what's going through our minds. Your move, dickhead. We're communicating the only way we knew how. All right. 20 times back and forth. The Chinese, they invented ping pong, but me and my dad finessed it. Sometimes we would totally all write it out and just stare at each other. And I know what's going through his mind. When's your birthday again? No, I turned 30 last week. Indeed. I turned 30 last week, guys. You are celebrating just as much as I did. I had a Domino's and I ate it alone. True story. True story. My dad... We have a comedian in the house. No, I give my dad a hard time, but he's just not that talkative, and I wasn't always so talkative. Take my first ever crush. I never ever spoke to her. Her name was Kirsten.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
That was so subdued. Everyone was like, all right. Guys, he wanted to stop as well. Why didn't he just let... Huh? What did the heckler say?
I said, why'd you keep it going?
Why have you got a man bun? Shut the fuck up.
What's your name with the man bun? What's your name? How do you spell that?
A-S-M-A-D.
Cool.
Can I just say as well, what's so funny, because Earl's right here, so I watch him before like the timer goes up to see when he dongs, and before he does it, he actually does give a little bit of leeway, because he goes like this here.
I think Earl's fair. Earl is harsh but fair.
It gives you a chance, to be fair, you know.
Yeah. Marcus, how was that for you?
Yeah, it was interesting. I thought, the broad term interesting.
Because he started so well. Like the first few jokes really, really landed, and everyone was like, "He's gonna be great." And then, like Peter, it was.
Yeah, I mean, there was a turning point. I'd love to know which turning point that was, because I was just doing it, but I'd love to know what the turning point was.
There was a turning because it was really funny when he said one dong and you said indeed. That was really funny. It was when you were talking about your dad, and I was like, "Is his dad's name One Dong?" It wasn't, but.
That deserved way more.
No, there's gonna be a fucking blog written about me tomorrow. Okay, Marcus, how long have you been doing stand-up?
Yeah, this is month 6.
This is month 6. Got a lot of fucking newbies, everybody. It's fucking 5 minutes. It feels strange because you beat the 5 minutes, but they seemed upset about it when it happened.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. Like it did just peter out, but if you can get more of those jokes off the top as well, and I think again your premises, they're funny premises. You're just not selling the joke in the best way possible. Like it's interesting stuff and it's potentially funny stuff. There's a couple bits in there like saying your parents were your flatmates. Like that's been done too many times by other comedians. I think just drop that. You've got better stuff. You can write better stuff. Just do that. But I think keep working. You've got interesting stuff to work with and it's fun. Like you can write jokes obviously from the first bit of it, but just keep writing and get that 5 minutes absolutely full of those really good jokes, basically.
Yeah, I thought you had some good stuff. I think you lost it yourself because you're quite stiff on stage. You're like, have you thought about having a full-time masseuse on a retainer?
Do you know any?
So you can have a massage before you go on.
If you know any in this building, I'm up for it.
Okay. Well, no, yeah, good. I think you lost it yourself because you're kind of very stiff, but you'll get over that.
Or you might not, I don't know. Yeah, you started strong. I'll tell you what happened. These two girls here, they were fighting over the dildo. She wanted to gong you off, but what's your name again? Nadia saved you. She saved you.
Nadia.
Yeah, and they were fighting over it, and and there was dongs coming, but they saved you, man. And I think we're all really pissed off at them for doing that.
Fucking white saviors.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But like they were saying, there is jokes in there. I love writing jokes and having loads of jokes, so just fucking pepper it up, like over and over, boom, 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 boom. And I think you'll get there, man, you know what I mean? Well done.
One more time for Marcus, everybody.
Bye bye baby, goodbye.
Let's go back to the list. Your next act from the list is called Tony Carr. Give it up for Tony, everybody.
Hi, you're all okay? Yeah. Okay, so my name's Tony Carr. That's right, I'm the secret love child of Alan and Jimmy. But I do pay my taxes. So I've been married for nearly 30 years, so for me, sex is just a distant memory. But, so you know in schools now, they're learning about condoms by practicing on cucumbers. I mean, cucumbers, I mean, do they have any idea what effect that's going to have on girls' expectations? I mean, you can imagine the situation. You've got a boy and girl snogging behind the bike sheds. I can see that's memories for some, fantasy for others. You know what I mean? Yeah, thank you. So he's been looking forward to this. I mean, he's been walking with a limp all day. And of course, she's just had double cucumber. So they're getting a bit of a feel, undoing some buttons, and then she just comes out with, what the hell is that? I mean, that will put a droop in any relationship. So you know in America, they're developing sex robots that can actually talk. I mean, see, I would have thought one advantage of using a sex robot is that they don't talk. But, see, oh, okay, try to keep up, you know. You know. So he would want them to say, "Oh, you're so handsome, have you been working out?" She would want them to say, "Have you lost weight? I'll do the dishes." I mean, if we have realistic sex robots that, you know, never grow old, never complain, and certainly
One
never have a
dong.
headache. I mean,
2 dongs. 3 dongs.
Another one bites the dust.
I love the absolute stickler for the rules in the middle of the audience. Someone was like, dog, and they're like, it's not time yet. That was great. Tony, unlucky, 2 minutes 4. How long have you been doing stand-up?
I started in December.
You started in December? I know
Yeah.
you're one of these very recent people. And how old are you? Do you mind me asking?
65.
65? That's pretty fucking...
So, yeah, I have a son older than you, so I can...
You've got sons older than me?
Yeah.
I don't know how to take that, Tony.
Just...
How did you vote in the Brexit referendum? Because you're dressed like...
What? No,
leave.
No, I'm definitely a Remainer.
I have a question. Why is your knee dirty?
Oh, no. I was gardening this afternoon. What can I say?
Gardening, was it, Tony? Okay.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Are you retired?
Well, I was retired, but then I found out my wife and children kept spending my money, so I just started a new job last week.
It's alright, I couldn't help it.
Fucking the old ball and chain. It's nice because it's like it is like comedy from like just a very different perspective to a lot of the young bucks we've seen this evening. What's like? What would be the dream with stand-up? Because it's interesting to start stand-up at 65 years old. What's the?
Well, I never thought of it before, but been to a few comedy shows and thought I can do better than that, you know. So,
and it turns out you can't. What did you used to do for work before?
I'm in IT.
In IT?
Working for a bank, yeah.
Working for a bank? Okay, there's nothing good there.
Yeah, boring stuff.
Listen, man, I have respect for my elders. Keep doing it. If you fucking love doing it, and you need to make some money to pay for your fucking wife.
Well, I'm not making any money out of this, that's for sure.
Yeah. Tony will have a hat at the door at the end of the show, and you just drop some money in there for him to pay his child support. Red, thoughts?
I like you, Tony. I
you.
do. I think you're a nice guy. And good on you for getting up and doing it. So good work.
Yeah, well, Tony, very good courage there to get up there and do that. It's not easy. You know, fucking Earl couldn't do it. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean. So you got one up on Earl at least. You know what I mean? So you're doing well. You just strike me as someone, especially when like Victoria was like, "Why have you got dirt on your jeans?" He was like, "I'm gardening." Like you've got dead bodies somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, that's why you was gardening, you know? Like, you scare me a little bit, you know? And was it just me, when he was talking about the cucumber and the kids, was anyone else like, what the fuck? This is too far, like... You're lucky you're 65, they can't cancel you at that age, you know what I mean? They just let you go. You're like the racist granddad. Just, it's just granddad, innit? You know what I mean? But well done, well done.
Listen, man, one more time for Tony, everybody. Lovely. We have one more act on the list. Do you want to go back to the Bucket of Destiny one more time? Yeah. That was a no. Bucket of Destiny? Yeah. Let's decide. Give us a cheer for the bucket. Yeah. Give us a cheer for the list. Yeah. The fucking bucket it is. Here we go. Is it going to be Ahmed from before? No, it's not. Don't worry. Your next act from the list is called The Blank Pang. Give it up for Blank, everybody!
Hey, hello, good evening. Nice to be here. I have been here, in London for several months, And I'm really jealous for you, people who live in here. You can be with your family and stay together. But I have to separate from my family and stay here alone. I'm so sad that my parents cannot swim. So they are still floating on the English channel. Is it that? You're British, right? Okay, anyway, I really miss my hometown, I do. Everything here is still alien to me, but luckily, London is really a cosmopolitan city. So whenever I feel homesick, I can just go to the British Museum. Thank you. What a sweet city, you see. My name is Blank. I know it's a weird name, but who cares? I'm foreigners. And you know what? If I fuck up the show today, I can directly change my name, start again. Yeah, and you white people cannot recognize my face anyway. Yeah, I really experienced. It's my third name already. Anyway, I used to do stand-up in Mandarin, but since I came here, I have to do it in English because we didn't colonize other countries, so... But anyway, it's really hard to do stand-up in English because I'm from China, the country with the most free speech. That's the reason I use a fake name as well. Anyway, please, to the people who's taking the video in the backstage, please delete that sentence. I want to come back safely, so please. Anyway, it's really hard, you know. It's really hard to do stand-up in English, and it's also hard for people around me to believe that I'm doing such kind of job. Because as long as you're an Asian female, people will automatically romanticize you as a submissive, weak, oriental slut. So one day, I just can't, in order to attend as much open mic as I can, I always came back late. So one day, one of my roommates just asked me, "Hey Blank, are you going out for the one-night stand?" And you know English is my second language, right? So at that time, in my understanding, one-night stand means one night of stand-up comedy. So I just replied proudly, "Yeah, I'm going out for one-night stand with lots of participants. Send us take videos and I will get paid." Okay. Next time you can come and join me. I promise to give you a happy ending, okay? English so hard. Well, recently I just finished my study here and I'm started thinking about my future. It's really hard to choose, right? Stay here or go back. Should I stay here with a better career development or go back, locked in Shanghai and die? Oh, you all know the news. Anyway. But anyway, I want to stay here to be a comedian, or in my parents' words, affiliate. Because you know, our Asian parents has a very unique career ranking. The highest level is the doctor, and then lawyer, and then all failure. Then stand-up comedian. Then female doctor. Thank you. Anyway, in my parents' view, you know, in the Chinese parents' view, a female should not be a comedian. A female should be abandoned. Yeah. Okay, I have to admit, I'm a little bit disappointed by your reaction, because you know, I can explain. Because this is just some filler jokes depicting China in 20 years ago, which are all cliche and untrue. I hope all of you can bear in mind that China is not like that. China is worse. Yeah, but I can understand the lack of cognition, because after all, it seems like in the past few years, the things we spread is not knowledge. Yeah. I mean, just some rumors, you know. Anyway, but I can understand. Let me take an example. Many times, there are many people will ask me what I will say in the Mandarin stand-up, because all of you know the American humor or the British humor, but you have totally no idea what is Chinese humor, right? You cannot hear our voice because the censorship. So I'm going to tell you a Chinese joke, okay? Are you ready? Okay.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money
Brian, could you do the Chinese joke? Because I feel like that was...
Okay, a little bit long. Okay, let me see again. Do you want... So you want to... wait. So excited, sorry. Okay, start again. So I'm going to tell you a Chinese joke. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, it goes... Last Chinese joke. Actually, I have another Chinese joke, which is a little bit different. Maybe you will.
How long are you gonna do?
20 seconds.
20 seconds. There you go, fucker.
Okay, seriously, a really Chinese joke. Actually, in China, our president. Can I apply for asylum?
Are you okay? That sounded really fucking hard.
Really hard.
Okay, it's finished. No more Chinese joke. Okay.
You're the first person in the history of the Ding Dong Gong show to do 7 minutes, which is no, but that was fucking. Because it took a little while for people to get on board, and I'm someone with an accent that English people struggle to understand as well.
Yeah.
My only thing is just slow down a touch, and you'll like just crush it beyond belief. Because your jokes are so fucking funny. It just takes people a little bit of time to get used to. It's just English people; they're just fucking stupid. So
No,
just slow down a little bit for them. Like pretend you're talking to a toddler. Basically, is how you talk to English people. That's how I do it. But that was brilliant.
Thank you.
Really, really fucking brilliant. I don't have any feedback. That was just fucking great.
Yeah, same. I thought it was great. Brilliant. Yeah, I can't say anything. It was amazing. Good work.
Yeah, just echo these guys. You was in the bucket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite act of the evening, man. That was really, really good. Yeah, give her another round of applause, man. Yeah. That's it.
One more time for Blank, everybody. Fabulous. We've come to our final act of the evening. Are you ready for your final act? Wonderful. Her name is Abby Adams. Give it up for Abby, everybody.
All right, everyone. We still doing all right? Yeah, my name is Abby, and what can I tell you about myself? I have little to no imagination. Sorry, I'm a history graduate, now deciding to be a lawyer. I always get those two confused. I'm also technically a Londoner born and raised, but this still feels like an adventure being here, because what I mean when I say I live in London is actually I live in a 3-street radius around my house in Hackney. When I... oh shit, using up this minute. Love that. Yeah, it obviously gets problematic when friends from out of London come ask me for quite a standard recommendation, like, would you have a nice restaurant in Victoria in mind? And then I have to immediately Google, nice restaurant in Victoria, and give her verbatim the sort of time-out listing. But I usually go for sort of number 27 on the list, just in case she's already looked there, so I'm getting caught out. So if anyone is looking for a nice place around Victoria, I have it on good authority that Cafe Brio is almost fantastic. So please head there. I also somehow managed to still be a London snob, despite making little to no use of London in itself. So my friend recently moved to Sheffield, and I was like, oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't move outside of London myself. And she was like, why? And I was like, well, it just has such unparalleled culture and cuisine, I said, as I cook my pasta and pesto and watch an episode of Parks and Rec. And what about all the free galleries and museums, I said, as I eat said pasta and tell Netflix, yes, I am still watching. And I feel like the real reason I don't want to leave London is that I'm not sure how I deal with this whole having money thing. You know, the exchange rate is just mad. I could go out for enough money for a pint and a bite to eat in London. I can end up with a 3-bed in Sheffield. I'm not sure I want that kind of responsibility. And sometimes I do just think, have I grown older and got more maturity and restraint, or can I just not afford to be paralytic? And actually, there's
3 dongs. What was that for Abby, everybody? Grab the mic there. Another one bites the dust. Abby, how long have you been doing stand-up?
Not long enough. Well, I did a couple of gigs at uni in like pre-pandemic, and then had a sort of 2.5-year hiatus.
So you like this is what number gig is this? Like 4 or 5 or something like that?
Like 15 or something.
15. That's ridiculous. Round of applause for Abby, everybody. Listen, really tough. My only advice would be Gong shows like this, where there's so much pressure and kind of an audience that wants to see people crash and burn, isn't. You're doing it. But like it's not like for your 15th gig, just go to more supportive like open mics and nice to just try and find your feet, find your stage presence, find your voice a little bit.
Usually goes a bit better than that, I will say. Last 15.
I hope so. But just that's my only advice. Is just like Gong shows are kind of brutal environments, and this is one of the nicer ones. So like don't go to any of the really fucking dickheady ones. But yeah, just keep working on yourself. It's hard to say anything to you after like a minute and a half. So it's like. And you're so new as well, but like just keep working on it and go to just those more supportive open mics to just find your feet a little bit, so you're not like kind of forgetting where your place and like just stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't want to make excuses, but I don't usually drink coffee, and I had 2 iced lattes at about 3 p.m. So I'm a
fucking legend, mate.
I am buzzing.
Yeah, you were a bit too fast. You spoke too fast. Could have been the coffee. Maybe do some Valium. But good work.
Yeah, I don't think you had enough Chinese jokes in there for me. Do you know what it is? I felt bad for you. It was really tough to follow the last act as well. You know what I mean? She was incredible. But 15 gigs, just 15 gigs. You know what I mean? What I would say, look, everyone that's been on stage today, including yourself, you're all better than Earl. So fuck it. You know what I mean? Keep going. Keep going.
One more time for Abby Adams, everybody. It's come to that time of the night. We're going to welcome back all of our finalists for the evening. We had Indy, Madre, Marcus Beebe, and Blank Pen. Give it up for all your finalists this evening.
Now I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1 million deals. Where's my pen? Bitch, I'm signing. I like those Balenciagas.
What I will say, all of our finalists, we thought you were great, so we're going to give you more stage time by putting you on the midweek shows so you can try out stuff and get more stage time and keep improving, because you were great. But I think there was one clear winner this evening, and we had a very brief discussion, but the winner for this week's Ding Dong Gong show is Blank Peng, everybody. Wonderful. That was such a nice father-son moment there. God, they are taking over. What's happening? That's all right. One more time for your finalists, everybody. Make your way off the stage. Off you go. Wonderful. Have you had a good time? Yeah. Wonderful. Make sure you follow Vauxhall Comedy Club on Instagram and the Ding Dong Gong Show as well. Follow our panelists as well, Red Richardson, Kazim Jamal. Personally, I have a solo show on Thursday in London, in Holborn at 7 p.m. So follow me on Instagram. I have a little QR code you can scan to do that. I'd love to see you all there because you're a nice audience and I didn't get to do many of my fucking jokes. So come along to that if you want to see that. You've been fantastic. Give it up for your bar staff as well one more time. Give it up for your techies over there and give it up for the judges and give it up for yourselves. See you later on. Bye-bye. Oh, please return all the dildos to the stage as well. Return all the dildos to the stage.
That has put Detroit on the map all over the world.